Alrighty then, hello and once again, good evening YouTube, and yes, it's time. It is time for the most ambitious Cooking with Kamikaze yet. You have not seen cooking until you've seen this video. Last time on Cooking with Kamikaze, we made two types of cake. We made a cake and a cupcake. However, that was a pretty simple process, okay? It was a very straightforward video because it was all pre-made. It was all pre-made stuff in a box, you know, easy stuff right here. But today, screw this. Screw that. We're going to make a cake from scratch. I have with me here instructions handwritten because my printer is a piece of shit and cannot be bothered to print off instructions for this cake. I looked up best white cake recipe. We'll see if this is good or not. And I also looked up frosting. I did buy a backup frosting because I know that I've made frosting before and it's kind of a bitch, but I bought a backup just in case. Hopefully we do not need to use this. And yeah, so this frosting recipe is actually for like a 2-layer cake. So we're actually going to cut all of the ingredients in half, and we're just gonna go from there. So we're gonna do it Aunt Jemima video style. Aunt Jemima is gonna be watching over me in spirit. We all know that Aunt Jemima was finally officially canceled. Rest in peace. But I know that she's happily watching down upon me, except maybe she's not, because I haven't even showed you the ingredient list yet, and it's pretty interesting. So, for the cake, we need 2 3/4 cups of cake flour. And I, in fact, did find some cake flour. So here indeed is the cake flour. So that's good. Off to a good start. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. I got more baking powder. This was $2 and something cents. Not bad, not bad. 1 cup buttermilk. I did in fact get buttermilk. It was quite the adventure to get this buttermilk. Alright, fuck me. This is Kamikaze buying ingredients, and I cannot believe the adventure that I have been on to get this buttermilk. I went to Walmart yesterday, spent $81, and they didn't have buttermilk. So I'm like, alright, I'll just come the next day. I go the next day, they still don't have buttermilk. I fucking talked to the fucking worker standing next to the milk. She like, we ain't got none. And I'm like, what? How can you not have buttermilk? Did everyone in town come and buy buttermilk? Went to the fucking grocery store. By some miracle of God, they actually did have buttermilk. And it cost me $1.49. And this shit right here, I have not ever seen in my life this kind of bottle for buttermilk. What is this? What is this? I remember when they were the big, you know, the big rectangular cartons. I've never seen this. Looks like those little mini milks that you get at like McDonald's. What is this? What is this? But I have it. So that's good. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. This is the same vanilla extract that you saw from the Aunt Jemima video, the waffle video. Yeah. It's still good. Or probably. I don't know. Is that an expiration date on the back there? Best if used by November 3rd, 2023. We got time, guys. 1 cup unsalted butter. I do not have unsalted butter, but the recipe calls for regular salt, which I'm just not going to put in because I do not have unsalted butter. Here, in fact, is the aforementioned butter. It expires March 28th, 2022, which is a few days from now. So we're gonna wanna get this stuff used up. 1 cup butter, right there. Look at that. 1 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. Now, you wanna know why this is the most ambitious video on this channel that we've ever done? We are not just gonna make any kind of cake. We are not just gonna make any kind of cake from scratch. We are not going to make just any cake that you've ever seen in your life. We're making keto cake. When I was like in 6th grade, someone like said that Splenda causes cancer, and like that's the only thing that I've ever remembered about Splenda. So if that was a propaganda campaign by big soft drinks, it worked very well. But this is not Splenda, so it's Swerve, completely different. So this is granulated sugar, not sugar. It is 0 grams of sugar, total carbs 4 grams. It's still pure carbs, but it's not sugar. So I mean, it's erythritol. I don't know, dude. That sounds scarier than sugar, honestly. But we're gonna use it anyway. I paid a lot of money for this. We're gonna use it, and we also need 5 eggs. And I'm once again employing the math strat of buying 6 eggs. Look at these eggs. All 6 of them are in good condition. Last thing you'd expect to see from a Walmart. As for the frosting, we need 1.5 cups of butter, unsalted, once again, which don't have. Recipe calls for salt, so we're just not gonna add the salt. 5.5 cups of confectioner's sugar, which is, if you are a lay cooker, that is powdered sugar. And it also says confectioner's at the bottom, so there you go. We'll need another tablespoon of vanilla and 6 tablespoons of heavy cream. But you gotta remember, we're cutting this in half. We're gonna cut this whole list of frosting stuff in half, because I do not need that much frosting. And I don't have enough butter. Okay, so there's your supplies. Here's your instructions. We need to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Let's fucking go, guys. Bake. It starts at 350. Love to see it. Whisk cake flour, baking powder, and salt. Well, there's no salt, but we can whisk the other things. And a bunch of people are going to be super proud of me right now, because while I do have this bowl right here, no, I now am the proud owner of a mixing bowl. One mixing bowl, so we still have to use that, but it's a mixing bowl, okay? This bread is expired. Let's throw it out. Okay, so there's that bowl. So we need 2 3/4 cups of cake flour. Alrighty then. Let's get the trusty measuring cups out. This should be a good time right here. Alright, so there's 1 cup listed right there. Look at this stuff. We're doing so good in this video already. I'm already loving it. I'm already feeling the love right now, dude. 1 cup. Cake flour. We need 2 3/4. 2 3/4. 1/4 cup of this is 110 calories, 25 grams of carbohydrates. I mean, when I said keto cake, I meant like as far as the sugar was concerned. This was the only cake flour that I could find at Walmart. I stood in the baking aisle for like 5 minutes searching for cake flour, and this is the only one I could find. It was like on the top shelf, so I wasn't even looking at the right spot. Alright, here we go. Look at all that flour. Ooh. It is very, very white indeed. The only reason I'm doing white cake is because I think white cake has more sugar in it. I mean, I could have made it so that there was more sugar, but like, we're also not using sugar, so yeah. That's reasonably close to 1 cup. Let's add it to the mixture. That doesn't exist yet. There's no mixture yet, but there's about to be a mixture. Yeah. Something I've noticed over the course of these cooking videos is I wear tail shirts in them a lot. Like, I only own like 4 tail shirts, and yet every single time that I'm cooking, that just so happens to be the kind of shirt that I'm wearing. It's strange. Uncanny, if you will. Alright, how much is that? That's just a little over a cup, and the last one was just a little over a cup, so maybe we don't even need the extra 3/4 here. I'm almost using this entire box of cake flour for 1 cake. 1 entire cake, dude. That is way more than I need. Let's just dump it in and hope for the best. Just dump. Okay, well, I was gonna say we'll just not dump all of it. Yeah, I'm just gonna scoop out a little bit here. Just gonna scoop a little bit out of there. Alright, perfect. Alright, cake flour's done. So, they want the cream, the butter, the eggs, and the buttermilk to be room temperature. So I'm gonna take that stuff out. There they are. I'm gonna set them over here, I guess. I'm super excited for this video because we're going to be doing more than just making this cake. Because JC opened up my eyes to the possibilities when he told me that we can fucking mail cake. And I sent him cake. And now that's just opened up the realm of possibilities, dude. I am going to send out pieces of this cake that we're making today. There's a few boxes. I need more boxes. I didn't get any boxes yesterday. I should have gotten boxes yesterday. But a bunch of people I know are getting cake from this. If you got cake, then you know that I love you. And if you did not get cake, well, I still love you, but clearly not enough to give you cake. Okay. There is a fresh, clean mixing cup. There's cake flour all over the place, looking like some cocaine. Damn, dude, the oven's already ready to go, and I haven't even started the second ingredient. Look at me with my efficiency. We need the baking powder next. Baking powder, only a tablespoon. Only a tablespoon of baking powder. Alright, do I have a tablespoon? I do in fact have a tablespoon. Looky there. I'm also going to need a teaspoon eventually, so let's take that out. That's not a teaspoon. Do I own a teaspoon? There we go. There we go. Spoons. Yeah, 1 tablespoon baking powder, and that's what we mix together first. Okay. I am making cake at 6:30 at night because I have no normal sleep schedule. This one opened up way easier than the last baking powder that we had here. Oh my, oh my. It likes to come out, doesn't it? Okay, well I don't know where I was going with that. Oh my. We're just wasting this. We don't need this much baking powder, like at all. That's a lot of baking powder, and a lot of it's in the sink too. It's fizzling, is that bad? Okay, we need to, yes, put this into the bowl. That's going into the bowl. Into the bowl it goes. You know, at this point, I wonder how I don't make a bigger mess while making these things. My garbage disposal still doesn't work. So the sink smells very bad at this point. It's starting to actually be a problem at this point. It's not cool. Not cool is the way I would describe it. Okay, so now that we've gotten to this point, we need to whisk this stuff together. And if you'll recall, I do own a whisk. Well, I own a hand mixer, I guess. It wants you to use a stand mixer, but like, those are expensive and bulky. So, I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna use this. Oh, it's making noises that I don't like. Yep, everything's on the floor already. Okay. Okay, here we go. Whisk time, yeah! Alright, here we go. Here we go. We are whisking together 2 ingredients. This is some good stuff. This is a really long and complicated, you know, recipe. So I want to follow it as closely as possible because pretty soon we're going to have to stop following it. I know that's going to happen here pretty soon. It's going to happen at some point. Just you watch. Beautiful. Okay, that's going here, I guess. I don't know. We need to put the buttermilk and vanilla into a measuring cup. Well, would you look at that? I just so happen to have a clean measuring cup right here. How much vanilla? 2 teaspoons. I've had this vanilla extract since like 2020. Maybe even longer. Okay, we need to put these into the measuring cup. Uno. Oh, the vanilla still smells very good. A very good smelling vanilla. I'm not gonna drink it this time. I have finally learned my lesson over 2 cooking with kamikazes. Yes, I did just spill that. God damn it, dude. What is wrong with me? Why don't I pour it over the mixing cup? What the fuck is wrong with me? Am I clinically stupid? Okay, we're gonna put the spoon on the butter, because that's the only place that I can find right here. I don't have much of a workspace to work with here. I've got a book that I'm trying to sell and a Mr. Clean magic eraser. I've got a power drill, chocolate, duct tape, like my tax information, some Maruchan, and over on this side I got a phone book. There's a screwdriver. There's a Buckshot Jones fucking diecast. There's some gloves. There's a bunch of CDs in a stack over there. My mom got me another stuffed Tails because apparently that's all I ever get to get. That's every birthday present for like the last 10 years, I swear. What am I doing? We need to make a cake. It's starting to get hot over here because of that. Okay, we need the buttermilk now. All right, it's not quite to room temperature yet, but it's gonna have to do. And it's 1 cup of buttermilk, okay. Sip. Of this buttermilk that expires on April 2nd. Ooh, ooh. This smells weird. I think we're done with the buttermilk, but I'll leave it out just in case. Beat butter on low speed, then add sugar. Okay, this is why we needed the second bowl. 1 cup into this bowl, and then we'll add the sugar to this bowl. So we'll set this aside, let it continue to cool down. We'll put it next to the duct tape, that'll keep it safe. Okay, that's not locked in. This is only the second time I've used this, okay? I don't bake for anyone, okay? I don't need this. Okay, let's get the egg whites out before I do anything else. I would say that it's been at least 15 years since I've separated egg whites from the yolk. So this could get interesting. I'm just gonna put the eggs, I'm just gonna crack them open and put them on this plate. And then I'm gonna use this tablespoon, unless I need to use a tablespoon again at some point. 1 tablespoon. 6 tablespoons. Okay, we're actually done with the teaspoon. Okay, we'll do that then. So let's see if I am capable of cracking eggs on this day. It used to be that I could take the eggs and just just crush them in my hand and have them ready to go. But you know, it's been a long time since I was working in a restaurant, so I would love to work in a restaurant again at some point. 5 eggs. Oh my god, we get one do-over. Uh-oh. Okay. So, 70 calories in every egg. Is that a lot? That feels like a lot. Okay, we're done with the baking powder. We can just start cleaning this space up, giving me some actual room to do things here. My working space is not exactly the cleanest at this point. Okay. Let's crack some eggs. Okay, egg number 1. It's gonna snap open here at some point, maybe, without getting the shell out. Okay, there we go. There's 1 egg. And now for the hashtag separation. I should have used the tablespoon because this spoon is like not even big enough to hold this egg yolk. Come on. Got it. Got it. No, oh, I had it. I had it. But now I don't have it. All right, I think I'm just gonna slap the yolk back into this because I'm just gonna throw away these eggs once we're done here. This is pretty efficient, right? Right? I would call this, the word I would use to describe this entire process, I would say efficient. We need to beat these eggs, so I need another fucking bowl. I'm gonna get out the measuring cup, I've decided. I've got a second measuring cup. I've decided we're gonna get the second measuring cup out, and that's where we're gonna beat these eggs. So we're gonna put these egg whites in here, maybe, if possible. The oven is making the kitchen very hot at this point. Like, we need to speed up this process. The egg whites might actually overflow from the plate at this point. That's a problem. Man, this thing's a slippery salamander. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Next. Please, dude. There's a bunch of eggshells in there. I think I just got a splinter from an eggshell. How does that even happen? I thought eggshells were supposed to be weak, but instead they've given me a splinter. This is truly, truly a typical turn of events on the KamikazeGames channel. Not unusual, to say the least. Expect the unexpected. That's what you need to do whenever I'm making content. Whenever I'm doing anything. Literally anything is possible. I just broke that egg yolk. Fuck. No, dude. Look at this shit. I know that egg yolks are like so goddamn weak, but seriously. I need the whites, not the yellows. This is a white cake after all. It's very Aryan. Aryan cake. Alright, well there's just gonna have to be a little bit of yolk in this because this shit is just bleeding. Whatever, I was doing a very good job up until this point. A little bit of yolk didn't kill anyone. Yeah, I really picked the smallest possible spoon that I could. Oh my god, we just bled that. I think I just bled all of the whites from that fucking egg out. You're kidding me, dude. Really? This is actually stupid, dude. Like, I cannot believe this. Yeah, there's a giant fucking puddle outside of the plate. Because when I was lifting up that egg yolk, it just pulled everything with it. What the goddamn fuck, dude? I think every little bit of egg white from that last egg is sitting on the table right now. Seriously, I don't know what's so hard about this, but apparently it's just an impossible task. I mean, everyone who has ever cooked in their life, they're like fucking heroes. Because this shit is like impossible, apparently. Anyway, we're gonna throw away those eggs, because I don't need them. They're still little fucking bits and dots and pieces here. Fuck. Okay, so we need to beat the egg whites. Okay, so now that I have this ready, we're gonna put the egg whites into this. I'm gonna put the measuring cup in here. We're going to hope this shit all goes in. All right. Oh, that sounded weird. That sounded very weird. Surprisingly, I think it all went in. Wow, that's the best that this video's gone so far, dude. God damn, all right. Cool, we're making progress. We need to beat the butter on low speed and then add sugar. Okay, so this is not very soft yet, but it's gonna have to do. Is that really all I need to do is just beat the fucking butter on low speed, then add sugar? Okay, let's measure out the sugar before we do that. I just realized I can't measure out the sugar because both of my measuring cups are occupied. All right, so we're just gonna combine this stuff then. We're just gonna put this stuff in here. It's gotta be gotten down to room temperature at this point, right? Yeah, definitely. It's gotta be. 1 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. Okay, that's a problem. This is only 1 cup. I need to add half the sugar, right? Yeah, we need to add the sugar bit by bit. So I only need to put in 1 cup at the start. So here we go. Granulated sugar. Okay. Time to put the sugar replacement to the test. I should have read the nutrition facts a little bit closer because this is just, you know, it's not sugar, but it's still carbs. So it's like literally, you know, like nothing's changed. Whew. That's a scent right there. Oh my. Will I have enough of this? Hopefully. This shit was expensive. Oh, the dust. The dust. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough of this shit. This fucking shit cost me $7. Look at my dumb fucking ass, dude. Okay, we need to beat the butter. Let's fucking do something. Let's beat the butter on low speed. Okay, here we go. Is this what it's supposed to look like? Because I feel like it's just painting the bowl at this point. Like, we're not like accomplishing anything. Like, I'm gonna have to scoop this shit off the sides. Like, that's not gonna roll into the cake. I know it wasn't the greatest possible bowl that I could have used, but shit, dude. Okay, granulated sugar time. What's gonna happen when I add this? Well, let's fucking find out. Oh, the powder. Oh, can you see this? Oh, this actually is working, dude. Look at this. Look at this. All right, as it turns out, all we needed to do was add sugar. I mean, it's not real sugar, but still. Okay, well, let's add the rest of this. No, you fucking prick. Alright, it made a fucking mess when I really didn't need it to make a fucking mess because I'm holding onto this with one hand. I did have enough. I actually did have enough to make another half, 3/4 cup, so that's good. I need to fucking find a place to fucking set this because there's a huge fucking mess on the fucking counter now. Can I put this upside down without it tipping over while I fucking deal with this nonsense? Okay, I don't even think we need this much sugar. That feels like a lot. Yeah, the fucking bag was half shut, so it didn't come out, you know, the near side. It came out in the middle and made a giant fucking mess. And not to mention all this powder. I'm probably gonna inhale this powder and get some kind of goddamn, like, mesothelioma level shit because this, the particles from this shit, it's just weird. It's just a haze. It just, Anyway, we're not gonna put this in. We're just gonna throw the rest of this out. Cool. So I'm sure this needs to be beaten more, But I think once I add it to the thing, like we'll just beat it for the rest of the way in there, because I'm pretty sure all we need to do is make the egg whites white, and we're ready to combine. Where's my cake pan? Are you kidding me, dude? Oh, there it is. It's in this cupboard. I don't know why it's in this cupboard. It shouldn't be in this cupboard, but it is in fact in this cupboard. Very cool. Okay, so we need to combine this before adding the egg whites. So let's do that. You're not going to be able to see me add this stuff, which is very sad, but I need both hands. Yeah, look at that, dude. Look at this conglomeration right here. Yeah, this isn't mixed very well, but like, this isn't a bowl for like mixing. Yeah, it's hard as a rock. Beautiful. I got a little bit of the mixture on my fingers. Let's take a sample. Woo! Oh my, it's gonna be very sweet. This not sugar is very, very sweet. I'm excited for the rest of it. The ultimate mixing process. Let's go. Start on low. Oh, we gotta speed it up. It's starting to get rough. Alright, I need to hold on to the bowl. I mean, I'm no expert, but aren't cake batter supposed to be, you know, liquid? Maybe that'll change when I add the eggs, which I still need to beat into whites. You're supposed to fold them in, and like, I'm gonna be pouring them in, because this shit's getting old. Okay, that's good enough. I'm done. My hand hurts. I'm sick of this shit. All right, well, I guess we'll just start pouring that in. Look at that. It's not folding in. It's pouring in. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. This needs to liquidate. I don't care, dude. I don't care. It's gonna taste fine. If I fucking beat these for another 2.5 hours until they're fucking glistening solid, it's not gonna make a difference, okay? I don't care. I don't care. I'm sick of beating them. Okay, sweet. So as it turns out, eggs were the solution. So now we got ourselves like actual cake matter. Look at me go, dude. Okay, so we just need to add some butter spray to the pan, and we should be able to fold this shit in. So I just want to get, you know, the whole thing. Beautiful. Beautiful. And this isn't helping. This oven isn't helping. This oven's been ready for like 40 minutes. So can we just move on? All right. So we put all the eggs shit in, so this is ready to go. Okay, pouring time. Yeah, here it comes. Look at that, dude, look at that. It's still very solid, but it's less solid than it was before, so that's positive. Lots of it is sticking to the bowl. That's probably fine. We'll just dump it in. You can hear that it's not all mixed together, but I'm sure it will be fine. It's granulated sugar, that's why it sounds so bad. But I can assure you, most of this is liquid. Maybe I should have gotten a larger spoon. Perhaps a larger spoon would have been a good investment for this video. It smells really good. Evenly distribute the batter to every corner of the thing. I was gonna buy a circular cake pan, but I thought maybe that was a little too ambitious, so I decided to just stick with the old reliable rectangular one.
because I really wanted to have circular, I wanted to have the triangular slices, but that's just not meant to be. I don't actually know how long I'm supposed to put it in. It just said to do the toothpick thing again, so I do believe we'll do the toothpick thing. How does the batter taste? I mean, if that's what it tastes like now, I can't wait for when it's done. And now, after all these years, we will finally put the cake pan into the oven that has been on for about 40 minutes. Good shit. Good shit. I got my trusty oven mitt. We'll check on that in a moment. But before then, we're gonna have to start on the frosting, because we're not done yet. Don't go anywhere. I have actually been off my computer for so long that it went on to sleep mode. 28 to 32 minutes. Okay, well, since it's already heated up all the way, we'll do it for 28 minutes. I have to turn this light on. I know the lighting is gonna be stupid, but yeah. So we're just gonna let that go, and then we're gonna get started on the frosting. Hell yeah. Okay, so since you've seen me last, I have in fact washed the fleet of cooking utensils, and we are gonna move on to the frosting. Now, frosting is interesting because we need to cut everything in half, because A, I don't need 2 servings, and B, I don't have enough butter. We need 1.5 cups of unsalted butter. I do not have 1.5 cups of unsalted butter. In fact, I barely have a half cup of butter. So I need 3/4 cup of butter. This is all we got. I mean, I got this. I got this, which is, yeah, it's got salt, but like there's not much in there. So I mean, we'll just have to see what happens. We'll just see what happens. Okay. Now, we need 5.5 cups of confectioner sugar. In this recipe, we actually only need, what's the math on this one? 2.7 cups, I think, 2.75. That probably would be this entire thing. Yeah, it's 113 servings per container. It's, but it goes by servings in tablespoons. So, I mean, it's 0 calories. I mean, these... Okay, so it may still be carbs, but it is 0 calories. So, shit. Maybe this isn't, you know, a total waste of money like I thought it was. It was definitely a total waste of money. Okay. Yeah, we'll do what we can with that. 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Let's fucking go. And then 6 tablespoons of heavy cream, which is actually 3 tablespoons of heavy cream. Man, I wish Aunt Jemima was still around so I could have her tell me what the math is, the quick maths. Give me them quick maths. Okay, let's begin. What we need to do with this is we need to start by beating the butter once again, and then add half the sugar. So just like with the other one. So let's portion this out. So here's this again. That's a tablespoon. We need this. I'm actually done with the teaspoon, so let's toss that in there. This stuff should be room temperature by now, so that's good. I definitely did not need the buttermilk. Well, since we're done with this, may as well take a sip. Oh! That's what they did after the Indy 500 back in the day, right? They drank buttermilk, right? Fuck. How'd they do it? I guess anything would taste good after 3.5 hours in those cars, I guess. Okay. Confectioner sugar, the ultimate sugar replacement, 0 calories, natural. Tastes, bakes, and measures like sugar. I will be the judge of that. Okay, so we need 2 3/4 cups of sugar. 2.5 cups. Or 2 3/4. We're just gonna do 2. Because I think that's all I can do anyway. See, it's doing the thing where it comes out in the middle again. It's like this shit wants to make a gigantic ass mess. That is 3/4. We need just a wee bit more, just a wee bit more of this confectioner's sugar. Just a wee bit. Yeah, this is definitely not going to be enough butter, by the way. Okay. So there you go. 1 cup. 1 cup of this. Well, less than a cup, but I'm gonna put it, well, actually no, I wanna save this. I wanna put this to the side. I wanna start with 1 cup and then do the rest. So, here's the butter. We're just gonna lock that in. It's been sitting out since the start of the video. It's getting oily. The recipe specifically said that you don't want it to be oily. Well, it's a bit late for that, so we're just gonna have to go with it. Let's definitely add some more butter. I'm gonna take this tablespoon, and we're just gonna lock some in. There, that looks like enough. Please go into the bowl. All right, let me tell you what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do, I am going to screen. And then we're gonna put this, and we're just gonna scoop it off like this, because we're about to use this anyway. Okay, so that didn't work. Okay, that's gonna have to do. Like, actually, clinically, diagnosably stupid. Oh, that looks not right. But it is a white cake. I usually don't make white cakes. I usually make funfetti cake. Okay, mixing time. We're gonna mix. We're gonna beat this butter, we're gonna mix. Okay, first cup of sugar. Oh, it's doing the powder thing again. I'm gonna say we need more butter. Definitely need more butter. I'm going to use a disposable knife. I didn't even know these existed. You know, I fucking find those, like, forks and spoons. You know, they sell those, but they never sell knives individually. I fucking just about fell over when I saw those. Anyway, more butter. Okay, that's probably still not enough, honestly. More butter. There we go, that'll do. We've got 2 different types of butter going into this. We can only put a certain amount of sugar in, but we can work with the cream at least. The cream, we've got that going for us. Now we need another cup of this, at least. Come on, dude, come out. Okay, there we go. That is like a half cup. I just realized I never bought any saran wrap, so I can't actually, you know, wrap the cake to send it to people. This was such a poorly thought out concept. I found that putting too much sugar in just makes it, you know, like not taste great. I mean, I know those cakes, everyone says that those cakes, those birthday cakes with like the ridiculous amount of sugar, like when you put that frosting in your mouth, like you literally convulse from how sweet it is. Like it actually physically hurts. The sweetness is painful. I actually love that. It takes me back to my childhood and I actually like the taste. But I know that most people don't like that, so we're just gonna not do that. More mixing! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, heavy whipping cream, and if this is not at room temperature, I will legitimately be shocked. We need to actually start with the vanilla, so let's dump that in. Dump that in first. And we gotta start with, okay, so we start with half. So we actually need 1.5 of the whipping cream. That sounds like barely any. Let's put in 4 total. So we'll start with 2. Let's do it over the thing. There's 1. There's 2. Okay, time. 1 minute left. Okay, let's take a look at this thing. Okay, where is my oven mitt? And where is my snowman heat pad? There it is. All right. I still don't have any toothpicks. It looks wrong for some reason, but it looks very smooth. Very smooth. It doesn't look correct, but it looks really smooth. See, it's like, it feels like something is missing. Something's missing from this, and it's got a couple of air pockets over there, but, you know, I mean, for not having the correct ingredients, using keto bullshit, and not really being good at cooking, I'd say I did pretty good, if you can believe it. I still don't own toothpicks, so we're gonna have to use this. Now I'm gonna do some calculations here. Oh, nothing. All the way through. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's floss in celebration. Okay, so I think we're done with the oven. I could probably turn this light off at this point. We just need to finish the frosting and we'll be good to go. Okay, we just added the, whatever it's called, whipping cream. Let's start putting that in here. It's looking pretty good, but I'm starting to wish that I used a smaller bowl. The recipe calls for more regardless, but I also want to like pull the shit off the sides. I did the thing again, and I made a fucking mess. Imagine the odds. Should've just fucking dumped it into the goddamn sink and just started over. Fuck me, dude. It's running all the way down the side. Fuck me. Why do I always do that? Yeah, I'm definitely wishing that they made this in a smaller bowl, but I don't really have any other bowls, so I really can't complain, I guess. Get the sides of this bowl, just like peel that off and get it into the actual solution here. Actually, I'm gonna take a taste off this spoon. What's it taste like? Oh, ho, ho, ho. That's gonna be good. This was a good idea. Oh, oh, it tastes so good. Look at that. That's some good shit. That's some good shit is what that is. Okay, so that's that. And the thing is, I don't know if there's gonna be enough for the cake. It's not a lot of frosting, is it? Anyway, that needs to set for like an hour before I can frost it. That's gonna do it. We made the cake. And now we just need to we need to wait for it to be ready to be frosted, and then we can do the packaging. These instructions have served me well, but I no longer require them. Still got a lot of vanilla though, so I could make this multiple times if I want. There's barely anything left in these, so I'm just gonna throw them out, but they serve me well. You're looking at $15 right here. I'm just throwing it out because I'm not using it. So now that we've got a good feel of now this is all beaten together, let's give it another taste. It's a taste that fills your entire mouth. It expands when it reaches your taste buds, I'm thinking. That might have still been too much sugar, honestly. But no, I'm pretty happy with that. I think this is still pretty good. We'll have to see what it tastes like in tandem with the cake. That's probably the most important question. What am I gonna do about this? Do I just keep it in here? Or do I find another container? Okay. It's been a hot minute since we cooked this. It's really late, so that's why I'm not talking very loud. And we're gonna frost it. So, let's get started. Knife. Frosting. Cake. I am genuinely scared there's not enough frosting. Oh, beating it that last little bit made it so fluffy. Look at this, dude. Look at this, dude. It's so fluffy. So now we have even less frosting to work with. Yeah, I'm gonna have to spread this so fucking thin. I think there's too much flour or something because it looks like a very thick cake. Like I pressed the top to see if it was, you know, cool enough to add frosting. And it had resistance, so. And plus, I think it would be good to, you know, spread this frosting thin anyway, just because there's so little of it, A, and B, it is so sweet. Like, when I said that I like the Walmart cakes with this kind of frosting that's, you know, ridiculous, well, that's the first thing that I thought of when I tasted the finished frosting. This is not spreading very well. I need both hands. And these air pockets aren't helping. They're really making this a lot more difficult to accomplish. I am terrible at frosting cakes, dude. Fuck. You know, considering I did just such a thin layer of this, shouldn't be that surprising that I managed to get this, but it's just such, oh, it just looks like shit. Alright, well, it's better than nothing. There you have it. That is what I call cake. White frosting, buttercream frosting. White cake. Dun 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 dun. Cake. I am going to put this cake onto this plate that I used to have chicken sandwiches a couple minutes ago. I'm just gonna have a small piece. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna give people bigger pieces just because, you know, one small piece of cake in the mail feels like, you know, a waste of shipping. But yeah, I've already spent enough money making this thing, so I'm just gonna have a small piece for myself. I'm just gonna cut a line out for myself here. All right, here comes the knife. Oh, it's very hard. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's a thick cake, I can tell you that much. Yeah, there's a lot of calories right here. It may be, you know, fake sugar, but the flour was not fake. Okay, so there's that. We're gonna put that to the side, and I'm gonna get a fork. Okay, this is gonna be quite the science experiment to be able to get this thing out of the pan. Oh. I don't even know where to begin right here. Okay, let's put the fork in first. Maybe I should have used more butter spray. Nope, it's coming. It's coming. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Looky there, dude. Looky there. Oh my goodness gracious, dude. Look at this. So you can tell by the brown on the sides there that this was probably put in for too long. But other than that, like, you actually look in the actual cake part and you can see, look at that, it's not very voluptuous, not very moist. It's a very dry looking cake. But yeah, I guess we really weren't going on moisture, were we? Yeah, it's a very dry cake, but it's very, very thick. So you have to imagine that it's gonna be very rich in taste as a result. Let's find out. You can see that I started the first package over there. All right, it's time to answer the question on everyone's mind. How is the very, very hard keto sugar replacement custom frosting white cake? I'm scared. I'm scared. I hope this is good. Oh yeah. Oh, that's all right. Ooh, I limited the amount of frosting that I put on because it was so sweet, and I think that really helped. And the cake itself tastes really fucking good. It's hard. You're probably gonna need to use a knife. It is not a soft cake. It is a very, it's very hard, like the song by Fuel. Hard. Oh my god, people are adding me on Discord. Stop. I'm eating cake. Do you people have no consideration? It is very hard and very thick. I probably should have beaten those eggs more, maybe added some more eggs or less flour. So it is by no stretch of the imagination a perfect cake, but it is still very good. And the frosting, there's not too much of it. It complements the cake very well. That was a smart move. Very smart move to only put a thin layer of frosting on. This, I would call this an 8 out of 10 cake. You're gonna have to work out your jaw eating it, but I thought it was very good. Yeah, if you're mentally prepared to be chewing for a while, you're gonna like the cake. It's good. Like, it tastes fine, it's just, you know, difficult to eat. You're gonna need a knife. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, this has been the most ambitious Cooking with Kamikaze Games yet. We have made not only a cake, we have made not only frosting, but we have done so with a sugar replacement and a lack of skill. This was insane. This took a lot of effort. I hope everyone enjoyed the cake, and I don't know what else to say. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Kamikaze Games, and I will see you in whatever it is that I make next. Bye.
Warden Compton has been found dead. Well, with a last name like that, it was only a matter of time. Now this is the one game that you don't want any help taking out. Oh, I shot Bill Gates. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill Gates.
I could crush a weakling like you with one hand.
This book bears no significance in the community. I'm not even getting intelligent from it. It must be the Wall Street Journal.
I gotta say, this is pretty impressive. I haven't had this much fun in a while.